Okay. My hat won't stay on this morning. Alright, some of these are not going to have anything on them because it's only been a week. So maybe I can make some room to get some stuff done. Whew. Looks like they've started drawing comb on that. Just barely. Well, maybe that means they've... Whew. Well, how much repairing they have done on the cutout, but there are bees just covering the old... Uh-oh. Oh, and I left my knife at home too. Okay, there's a bit of... I guess I ought to smoke them a little bit. They are. Well, a little testy this morning. There's nectar in that. There's a little bit of brood left in that. I do see some brood still. Well, looks like they've attached it anyway. Oh, they've started attaching it to the top. They begin filling in some gaps. That's good. They're probably not happy with me right now because it's kind of actually a nice day to me. To them, it's going to be cool. Had a front come through yesterday, night before last, and cool things off. I don't know what the temperature is right now. Probably about 70, well, in the 70s, probably low 70s. This is an original frame that had full comb on it, so I see some brood. Nectar, looks like almost honey on the top and around the sides. They're not moving around a whole lot. Like I said, it's a little cool this morning. It's actually a little breeze, so they're not real active. I didn't see the queen on that one. I think this is the one she was on when I put it in the hive, so we'll look and see how she's doing, if she's here. There she is. I picked her out right off. She had that little bitty yellow dot on her. See some brood, some capped brood. Golly, there's so many bees I can't see down into the cells to see if there's any. There she is, right there. I see some nectar, honey, capped honey on top. Same here, some brood like I said, there's so many bees covering it and they're not real active that I can't really see down into the cells. But I know she's there. And I know they have been drawing comb because they've filled in some of the gaps on the cutout. Actually, it looks like they're trying to put a little bit of cross combing in there in places. Oh, I forgot about that. I noticed on the video the other day when I put this frame in that it had some burr comb, only way I can describe it. And I just, since I had found the queen and it was a full frame, I just kind of picked it up and set it down in here. I didn't even look for brood or any of that. I realized that while I was editing the video. Then it had some burr comb on it, and this does too, because it's attached to the other one. So this is gonna have to get fixed today. Yep, that needs to be fixed. There's a drone that I can see. Set the corner down there. I'm gonna do some destruction and they're not gonna be happy about it. And I had to have left my knife at the house today, so here we go. They're not gonna be happy. Yep. No. Now this is gonna be interesting. I don't know if I can, oh yeah. That's gonna come off easily. That made them mad, a couple of them. Come on. I can't see. I can't see because of the bees on the comb. Whether there's a hive beetle. Whether there's any brood or not. Not much in that one. May have all hatched out too. It's been a week. Let's see if I can manipulate this comb a little bit here. See because of all the bees on it, but I can't tell if that's burr comb or if that's just, I think it's burr. I'm gonna go ahead and trim that off. Sure would be a lot easier if I had my knife, but oh well. Alright, now that I can see that sticking out on the other side. There's a little bit of brood down here. Okay. Alright, I'll leave that alone. That's good enough for now anyway. Alright, as you can tell, these 3 frames here in the middle are the older frames that had full frames from the other hive, from the nuke. There we go. Smoker's wanting to get a little light this morning. There it goes. Alright, this one is one of the cutouts. And cutout frames. Let's see how they're doing with that. Oh, they're just starting to fill in some gaps. They're chaining on the top, so they're trying to build comb, trying to attach it to the top. They've attached it to the top there, and the side there. That's good. And from what I hear, they'll chew the rubber band in two. It looks like they're chewing on it. They've been chewing on it right there, and it'll just pop off and fall to the bottom. So that's good. Once they get it attached, it'll just attach at the top there and there. It looks like they've begun to try there, so they're working. As far as I can tell, the queen's working. So it's just been a week from transfer from a nuke, at least. Looks like they're maybe starting to draw out a little comb on that. So they've got a lot of work to do on drawing comb between the 5 empty frames I put in, the new frames with the plastic foundation, and the 2 frames with cutouts. They've got a lot of comb to build. That's why I'm feeding them, even though I don't think we're in a dearth, if that's the way you pronounce that correctly. I've seen them coming and going, and they haven't really used as much sugar water as I thought they would. The other hive, the established, see, there's one with some pollen right there, so I guess they're still bringing in pollen from somewhere. There are a few things that are still blooming. What's called butterfly weed, milkweed, I guess, is blooming. I've seen several of those out in the fields. But the other hive was using a quart of sugar syrup every 2 days. Well, in 2 days, I came back and checked it, and they still had a half a quart left. So both hives had half a quart left. So they haven't been using nearly as much as they were. And that I thought there was some nectar in that. They're not. I don't know what they're doing with it. Alright, I think they're starting to draw a comb on that one. So they've begun building gaps on the cutout, which is good. And they've begun drawing out, just barely begun drawing out comb on 2 of the new frames. So found the queen, so I'm still queen right, I guess you'd say. As long as she's still doing her thing, which it looked like she was. Okay, folks, go on down in there. Put your top back on, and we'll be done with this one. Alright. And what was that? recording. One of my batteries just died, I think. The little one. The battery on that one sucks because it was fully charged a while ago. Alright. And one thing I'm going to start doing today too is, well, I guess it would help if I take that frame stand out. I'm going to put out some pollen substitute for them. This hive needs all the food they can get. It's a small colony right now, started from a nuke the other day, and they're still building and working. So, well, that one's good. Let's straighten it up a little bit. Okay.